On this week's episode of Bungalower on the Bus, we are hanging out at Vines and Forks, eating some mighty fine food,
picking our fingers and saying hi to beautiful women.
Hi. Welcome to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the bus, John Busdecker.
And I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
I like that. Kind of Halloween related.
Yeah,
I
like
it.
That?
Yeah, I did.
Here on Bungalower and the Bus, we talk about all the top headlines in Orlando's downtown bungalow neighborhoods. And today we're in...
Not even Orlando.
Winter Park.
We're in Winter Park tonight.
Winter Park.
We're at Vines and Forks. And so if you're not familiar with it,
it's all in the name.
Inside the wine barn, correct?
Well, the wine barn changed hands, and now it's just called...
But it still says the wine barn outside,
I think they just
right?
left the sign there.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the place that we're eating at is called Vines and Forks.
We should find that out.
We should find that out. We'll double check. No, it says the wine barn on their menu.
Oh, okay.
But the food is wine,
Fake
Vines and Forks, and they got some
wood-fired pizza,
so good,
empanadas.
We got some wings too.
Chicken wangs.
We're gonna post all those photos on our Facebook and Instagram.
Are you a flats guy or a drum guy?
I like drums.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would you like flats?
I don't know. Apparently, all Jim Colbert listeners love flats.
It just seems like a lot. There's two bones in there. You got to work through the bone.
Yeah, when I lick it, I feel dirty.
Yeah, with the drum, I could just bite right into it.
Yeah, just like a caveman.
But I'll eat anything, honestly.
Even babies.
But yeah, we're here tonight. Go check out those photos. Everything was so good. And we'll be talking more about that a little bit later.
What's your week been like, John?
I painted my kitchen / dining room.
A lot of home improvement things you're doing lately.
I know. I fixed the deck. I did some grout work.
Are you doing this for you, or are you selling your house?
No, I'm not selling my house.
Okay.
It's just things that I didn't have to do because my wife was gone for a long time. And now she's back, and now we live together again. She wasn't... Okay, I should probably say. She was up at school. It wasn't like she left me for a while.
Yeah.
And so now that there's another person, a human being in the house, I'm like, I better fix these things.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because it was a house when she was gone, but
it was
now
a
that
home.
she's back,
it's
a home.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, I fixed... I did some painting.
Okay.
Painted my kitchen and my dining room.
What color?
Yellow.
Oh, a bright yellow?
Soft bright yellow, yeah.
Like a butter?
Would you say it's butter?
Like a buttercream?
Butter. Yeah. I'll show you a photo.
Gay.
So I did that.
Okay.
Played some golf the other day at Dub's Dread.
I saw you want to get more into golf.
I do.
Are you good?
I'm not great, but
how's
I can play.
How's your chip? Is that what they say? Is that what you say when you play golf?
Sporty over there. Sporty, Brendan.
I know enough to get a guy to be comfortable enough to have too many beers and make out with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll stay away from the bar around Dub's Dread.
Watch yourself.
It's
not your fault. It's the beer. Oh, I got so drunk last night.
How are you,
good,
Brendan?
though?
I'm good. Yeah, I can keep up.
I'm the worst.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
don't
can't
seem
play
like a sports guy to me.
Why?
Just natural inclination here.
I'm pretty good at volleyball.
Okay.
Why? Is that a gay sport?
No.
Why are you laughing?
No, it just seems like a sport that you like to take your shirt off and play.
No. Nobody wants to
Or
see
you
that.
like to watch other people take their shirts
off. Blobfish. Put that blobfish back in the ocean. That's what they say.
Sure, you're over there at Ivanhoe Park watching those men folk.
One day, I predict, get in an accident because of those hot guys taking their shirts off.
They haven't been playing because of COVID, right?
No, they've been there a little bit.
They've been bad. Oh, you know.
Oh, I tell you, I honestly, I notice as soon as, through the bushes, you can't even clearly see them.
Because you're behind the bushes watching them?
No, just driving by on the way home, and then ding in my head, my radar goes
Why don't you
off.
just go play?
No, I don't like people.
How do you play volleyball by yourself?
I haven't for a long time, but I used to love playing it.
Okay,
I would play it again.
Get
I'm
you
not
back
like a
into
team
volleyball.
Sports kind of a guy.
I kind of want to start rollerblading again.
I've seen them out there, man.
I want to rollerblading / roller skating. I want to do.
You should do it.
We could do an outdoor roller skate party.
I would like to see roller derby again. I haven't seen a roller derby game forever.
That was a big thing about 7 years ago. I don't know if they still do it as much as they do.
We have a league here. The issue is leagues always split up because everybody they start fighting and
Oh,
yeah,
I can see that.
Ladies,
Yeah,
pushing
I just
each
want
other.
to dance and to be on some roller skates.
Okay, I like watching it on the TikToks.
Okay, yeah.
I always stop for those videos.
All right.
Any news? You got any news for us?
Not really.
You sent me one earlier about Mayor Daisy Lynham.
Oh, a councilwoman. She passed away.
I thought she was a mayor.
I don't think she was the mayor.
Oh, okay.
No.
She was a rep for
councilwoman,
District 5.
Mostly Paramore, yeah. And she served for, I think, 16 years. And
Okay.
Yeah, she passed away.
Just passed away.
I don't know a ton. I just saw it online today.
I didn't get to look into it, so I'm sure write about it.
Okay.
Not for tomorrow, though, because, again, I'm going to nap tonight. I'm not writing. You guys aren't getting any content tomorrow.
Nothing.
No, because we used to take Friday off.
I take Fridays off.
I want
I
to
love
be.
it.
Everything, my inbox fills up on Fridays. Like during COVID, it's like nobody does anything until Thursday. And then I try to get away from the inbox on Friday, and it's like all the news stories are there on Friday. And if I don't go back to work, I'll get scooped.
Is this from, like, PR folks that are sending you stuff on a Friday?
Just everybody. Restaurant people.
No.
And,
So, wait, if anybody's listening, it's a PR person. Let me give you a little pointer.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Don't send stuff out on a Friday.
No.
I mean, yeah, somebody's going to write about it because they're sitting at their computer, but most people won't because they've already gone home.
Before we started recording tonight, John, I got a text from somebody like, we just got this amazing chef from, and we'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Can you write about it tomorrow? And
No.
I'm like, no, lady.
Told me on Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, but I will because it's big news. Did you see this thing about Lockheed Martin?
Oh, the toxic
Yeah,
stuff?
they're being accused of mishandling toxins.
Yeah, they're getting John Morgan's involved.
Yeah, that's allegedly they released contaminants. I'm not saying on purpose, but allegedly contaminants got away
Over years
into the soil and groundwater, according to a class action lawsuit that was filed by Morgan & Morgan on behalf of 13 employees at the Gulf Channel who work nearby.
Yeah, and I don't think the Gulf Channel, I think they moved out. I don't think it's related, but I think they've moved somewhere, their offices.
But their employees who were there,
Yeah.
they're saying they were exposed to these toxins.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
How much is it? It's like millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, it's huge, and it's and it won't be just them. It's in the middle of a residential area, low income.
It is a low income area. All that area off. If you're not familiar where Lockheed Martin is, it's off of
Sand Lake Road.
Yeah. And a lot of those neighborhoods over there are low-income neighborhoods, like Tanglewood and Orange.
And I feel like it's Tanglewood.
Yeah.
They do like missiles and
Lockheed Martin's a defense contractor.
Aerospace.
They do all that stuff
for everybody.
Yeah. And I don't even know how long this allegedly toxin release was going on. It could have been something that happened a long time ago, and
that's just the lawsuit. And then if the government gets involved, then what's the cleanup going to be for that kind of a thing?
It could be we're going to sue you, but we're hoping to settle because it's such
clean
a
up
big,
your mess.
Because I'm sure Lockheed has great lawyers as well.
I hope it's just in the groundwater. What if it's in the aquifer? They don't know. I guarantee they haven't tested that far.
I live by a Superfund site.
You do?
Yeah.
Where?
Right there at Orange Blossom Trail in Silver Star.
On which side?
Oh, geez, northwest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it used to be. I think a gas plant or is some sort of chemicals. Chevron.
We're near the Sentinel Plume over in Ivanhoe Village.
Oh yeah, it's all ink, right?
Yeah, they actually thought that they had just cleaned up this one that was over by Nora's Sugar Shack. They thought it was all done, but they just found a little bit more, so
really?
They have to keep breaking it down. I guess they're pumping molasses into the ground.
Really? Molasses?
Yeah, I guess it does something with the, I don't know, it's like a macrobiome.
Makes a bunch of sugar
break it
down there.
I make a mean molasses cookie.
I like molasses cookies.
I do too. Universal is closing their Volcano Bay park for 4 months.
Is this because it's cold out, or is there other things?
They say it's a seasonal closure, just, for regular.
Which they've never done.
They've never done it
before.
But
there's also never been COVID, so they might be looking at the landscape and say, look, it's already slow. We might as well close it because it's going to be slow in January.
Plus, they keep getting all those complaints about getting electrocuted.
There's been a few of those.
Cut up on the slides and stuff.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Well, some of those aren't allegedly, though, I don't think.
I'm saying alleged because I don't want anyone to come after us, so I'll just keep saying alleged.
So they're closing down for 4 months?
4 months.
When are they closing?
I think it's already happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you been to that yet?
No, I
We
keep
need to
telling you
go.
I want to go and have a toga party.
Okay, well, you and I need to go.
Let's go. I also want to have
the
a
SeaWorld one's still open. I'd go.
Will you have a
Aquatica?
toga party with me at the little volcano at
Just
East End
you and me?
Market? Yeah.
Yes.
And our significant others.
Okay, all right.
Let's go. We'll all get in togas and we'll have a little wine party in front of the little volcano.
Okay.
And if people think it's cute, then we'll do a bigger one over at Volcano Bay.
Okay, at the Pompeii exhibit.
Yeah. Let's do it.
At the Science Center.
Well, they're doing like a little, they have a volcano.
I've seen the little
one in front of East End Market.
Okay.
Yeah. So we could go there. Would you wear a toga?
Sure.
Just for fun?
I don't think I've ever worn a toga.
Ever?
Ah.
I've done keg stands in them.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know, with help, thank God.
Where did the toga go when you were upside down?
Well, down.
Okay. Gravity.
It's not like a kilt, you wear something underneath it.
Oh, you do?
If you're a lady.
I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
I might have showed up a little bit
Did a kick
naked
stand.
underneath.
Would you?
I don't know. I've never worn a toga.
Would you do that in a toga? Would you just go
Do a
pinky?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to look out of place.
Yeah, right? You want to, and I
wanna
would
fit
assume
in.
you want to feel kind of, when in Rome.
Yeah.
You want to feel free and easy. I stole that win in Rome from Leanne, your wife.
Yeah, she's here
Nobody can
tonight.
hear you. I couldn't just appropriate that. So, there's the new Holocaust Center.
Yeah, it's
remember
like
that?
super high tech too, right?
Well, yeah, that's what they're saying. They officially have ties with Steven Spielberg and his foundation, the USC Shoah Foundation.
Showa, I think.
Shoah?
Yeah. So they moved into where the Chamber of Commerce was downtown Orlando.
They haven't moved it in. Yeah, they've
That's where they're
gotten
supposed
it. The
to move
city's
in.
going to give them like $1 a year rent.
We want that.
Have we talked about this?
Yeah,
before?
we have. Yeah.
And that nobody can tell me what it takes to get the agreement with the city
you
to pay
gotta
$1
have
for a
a
building.
nonprofit, I'm sure, something to benefit the city.
It's not codified though.
Okay.
There's nothing on paper because I specifically asked for it multiple times.
Yeah, how do I get $1 rent?
Yeah, how do you get $1 rent with the city?
We've said this before. We'll double it.
I'll give you $2. I'll give you $3. We'll triple it. What does it take to get
You
it?
just want the old OUC building there on Mills. We'll give you $1 for that.
I would love that. There's also that beautiful Victorian wooden house that's under the 408.
Uh-huh.
It's like a troll house.
Yeah.
I'd make that into something. I'll give you $1 for it. But what do you can't just do that as a city and as a public entity and you're just giving out public spaces.
I don't know how other cities do that.
Orlando Ballet, right? They got a beautiful.
It's not unheard of to do that.
No, but you need to say why.
Uh-huh.
You can't just give it away. Tell me why they got it.
Okay.
Why did the Orlando Ballet, a private dance company, get a free building?
I think the way they justify it is a benefit to our community.
I'll make a benefit. I'm not just going to say it's just me, playing with a yo-yo on the porch. There's going to be a reason. But other people, there are some amazing charities out there.
It's true.
Who could benefit from a space.
It's true.
Why does it have to be these ones?
I don't know.
And I'm not, I'm not putting down the ballet, but I want to know what they did to deserve it.
I don't know.
And they also got tourism tax dollars for it.
Yeah, they do.
To pay for the new building. Right? And you have to say that you're getting tourists coming to your space to validate that.
They probably get some tourists. I don't know if they get loads of tourists.
I'll get in trouble if I keep talking. And It's been a while since I've gotten some angry emails because I've been very good.
You probably miss them.
Yes.
Anyway, the
part of growing up is not being mean to everybody.
The Holocaust Center, it's in Maitland right now. They've been in Maitland for a long time.
Yeah, so they got the old chamber
building. They have
building.
kind of a smaller footprint of a museum.
It's 7,000 square feet.
And now their new one's going to be big, but it has all this interactive stuff.
Yeah, well, they're glowing up to a 40,000 square foot building that's going to be built in addition to the building that's already there. They'll just build it out a little bit.
And there's video interviews from Holocaust survivors.
Well,
but
and that's what Spielberg is going to be giving. So after he did Schindler's List, he went out and recorded over 55,000 different interviews with Holocaust survivors.
Specifically,
his
but
foundation
his foundation.
I'm sure he helped.
Yeah,
right. Because he was.
I interviewed a Holocaust survivor.
This isn't about you, John.
I'm just saying, I did. He lives in Kissimmee.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
I'll
look it up.
Bragging about
break.
knowing him and recording.
I'll look it up.
Don't even know his name.
I just forgot his name.
I know. I put you on the spot.
I've interviewed thousands of people in my life.
That wasn't fair. but still funny.
I do remember the whole story, but I just don't remember his name.
Well, this foundation is going to be providing all of the content and creative for this new museum.
And there's only like 1 or 2 places in the country that have this, right?
Oh, yeah. This is huge.
Really...
I actually think this might be the first time that they've done a major contribution like this before. So it's great to have a game-changing relationship like that with a smaller museum that's trying to make it big.
Yeah.
Especially when it's basically downtown. Ivanhoe Village right there.
It is. Senator Beth Johnson Park, home of Occupy Orlando.
Which, I love that park, and I love that it's named after Beth Johnson. But that park's basically going away for the expansion of this museum.
Are they going to add more to that building?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
okay.
tripling the size of the building.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
We have the renderings up at Bungalower for like early renderings. The museum actually sent me an email saying, please don't use these renderings. They've changed. And I was like, it says it's an early rendering. What's the problem? But, controlling the message.
You don't put Brendan in a corner.
That's how I feel. I always feel like, you can't tell me what to do. Telling me what to do makes me not want to do it.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Very much so. Unless you're wrong. I mean, if you're wrong about something,
and I wasn't
tell
wrong,
me.
But she was trying to be very nice. And so I get it.
There's ways to do that. And that sounds like the right way.
Yeah.
Being nice
because I ended up changing. I took it out and I put it in.
I mean, if she'd have been like, don't do this or we're never doing this again. Like,
Scotty Campbell I was like, Scotty, what do you think about this? Can you just tell me what to do? And he was like, yeah, just do it. What do you care?
Yeah, that's another thing.
What's the end of this?
Yeah.
You're all bent out of shape. She's clearly upset you're using it. Just don't use it. So I didn't use it. Are we doing okay?
We're good.
Okay. Lime is giving away free rides for their scooters on Election Day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If you haven't done the mail-in stuff.
I'm not mailing.
I'm not either.
I'm going to early vote, though. I always early vote.
Oh, I like going on the day.
I don't like going on the day.
Why?
There's just too many people.
It's
not even the COVID thing. I'm afraid that something's going to happen that day where I'm going to have to get sucked into work.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be able to vote. So
for you, that makes sense.
For the unemployed Brendan over here.
Yeah, basically, I'm just a blogger. I can roll out of bed at 11 and know what everybody's in the office like a normal person and just see what happens. I've never seen it busy on Election Day.
I've never seen it busy on early election.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, last presidential election, I had to wait in line.
Well, if you're not like John and you're like me and you're waiting till the last possible minute to go vote because it's fun, you can take a Lime and you can get it for free.
The scooters
using the code Lime2Polls, plural,
like
2020.
That's a lot of things to remember.
It is. I'm sure on purpose. And then you'll get 2 free rides, one there and then one back. 30 minutes each.
Okay.
So, but like, I've never taken a 30-minute Lime ride.
No, me neither.
Yeah, it's
if you're that far away from your polls, you live pretty far from your polls.
That's like a $20 ride, probably.
Yeah. That's nice. Are you gonna do it?
I think it'd be fun just to do the Lime.
Where's your polling spot? Without having to say where you live.
It's the Seniors Center in the North Quarter.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. They should have more at like bars and stuff, don't you think? Polling spots. They do this in other cities.
Did you see what the Village did?
No.
They had if you had a mail-in ballot, they had a collection site where they came with these little boxes, and then they made it into a golf cart caravan.
Oh, nice.
And everybody came in their golf carts from all over the villages, and they dropped them in the box.
I like it.
I thought that was really fun.
That's a good idea.
And they all had their like signs and stuff on them.
Very South Pole-esque. Like sending
like letters
letter
to
to Santa.
Why South Pole?
Isn't that? Oh, they live in the North Pole. I'm sorry.
You had a couple beers. It's all south. Uber, speaking of Lime, Uber might actually be bringing their e-bikes.
I saw that. You wrote about that.
Yeah, and so the city won't send me the permit application, which I don't understand why not, because I asked. They're supposed to.
It's like all the bikes went away, right?
Yeah, you don't see electric bikes, right? The only bikes you see locally are from Hopper, which is locally run, but they're not electric bikes. They're just normal bikes, and they're actually kind of clunky. So it's like, yes, I want to support local, but I have my own bike, so what's the difference? So I just don't use them. But it would be great to have those electric bikes back. I used to use the Lime electric bikes
I did
all
too.
the time.
Yeah, I did too.
You could
Not
park
all the
outside
time,
of downtown and you hop on an electric bike and go do your errands and come back.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
deliver zines from them.
It just seems like for here in Orlando, you can ride them year round. Theoretically, I mean, it's hot in the summer, but there's a lot of places in the country that you can't ride them in January.
Right. But that's generally they move their fleets around, from region to region.
All right.
And Florida would benefit in the winter because we'd get everything from the north. But it looks like they're bringing them here. I had a copy that someone sent me from the Bike and Ped meeting of saying that it was coming, and the city confirmed it, but then they sent me paperwork for Lime instead of Jump, so I'm waiting. But come on back. We're about to go take a break. We'll tell you about new restaurants, closing restaurants, and then some calls for artists.
All right.
This is Erica for Orange County Library System to tell you about these 3 things. Teen Art Adventures Hispanic Artist is an online program on October 10th. Teens will explore famous Hispanic artists to use as inspiration for making art of their own. November is National Novel Writing Month. Get tips and tricks on writing your novel during NaNoWriMo 101, a virtual event on October 11th. The Melrose Center has a podcast that takes you behind the scenes with folks from the music recording industry. Reel to Reel can be found on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and other platforms. For information on these 3 things and much more, visit ocls.info or call 407-835-7323. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.
This is Brendan O'Connor, and I'm here with Derek Janney from Janney Roofing.
Hey guys, Janney Roofing is a family-founded and family-operated company built on the principles of honesty, quality, integrity, and generosity. Our family has long been a part of the cultural fabric of Orlando, and we've done extensive work with local churches and nonprofit organizations. We are Orlando roofers who take as much pride in our work as we do our last name. Today, I make the following promise to you. When you choose Janney Roofing for your roofing needs, I'll personally guarantee your 100% satisfaction and see to it that all of your expectations are met and exceeded. If you're anything but overjoyed with our service, contact me and I'll make it right. Every roof represents a family, and we know the value of family. That's why our passion is keeping Central Florida covered. We can't wait to work together, and I'm sure you're excited to work with the last roofing contractor you'll ever need. Thanks for choosing us.
Lace up those running shoes. WUCF is celebrating kindness with a run or walk with the WUCF Virtual Fun Run, October 11, 2020. Sign up by September 27, and paid participants get a T-shirt, bib, and finisher's medal in the mail by race day. Go online to WUCF.org/funrun to register and support WUCF today.
Welcome back to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the bus, John Busdecker.
And I'm the skin tag that keeps getting stuck on your favorite sweater, Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
That's disgusting, Brendan.
How dare you?
Disgusting.
That's who I am.
Yeah?
At my core.
Ooh. Brendan, we are here at Vines and Forks.
Which is also known
Which
as...
was the wine barn.
Uh-huh.
I think the wine barn is the wine
whole
part,
facility.
and the Vines and Forks is the food
the
part.
eatery. And you're basically just hanging out, eating wood-fired pizzas surrounded by bottles of wine.
Yeah, we're here. It's in Winter Park on Fairbanks between 1792 and Denning.
By Austin's Coffee.
Yeah, right there.
Krungthep Tea Time.
Across the street from the lounge where we did a show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, which is where they keep all those fancy cars.
Yeah, but the pizza here is delicious. We had wings. We had empanadas. Super good. So come check out Vines and Forks if you can.
We'll put those pictures on the gram.
Yeah, we will. If you like
soon.
what you hear, go to bungalower.com. You can read about all the things.
If you don't, then go to Orlando Business Journal, and I don't ever want to hear from you again.
You got to have a subscription there anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
I love sharing their stories in their top 10 things e-newsletter every Monday and putting a big old paywall stamp right in front of it. Paywall.
But go there, read about it, and follow Brendan on Instagram and Twitter and
follow
Facebook.
John.
Yeah, you can follow me too.
At John Busdecker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take better food photos than you ever have.
I don't. Yeah, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I
Killing
don't post a ton online. I like reading stuff, but I don't like really.
All right, you're not a taker, or
just-
you are a taker. You're
I
not
used to be, but I just don't have. I don't feel like doing it.
growing up.
Yeah,
Yeah, got things to do.
it's true.
Before the break, we were talking about all kinds of stuff: Uber, Lime, Holocaust, and now we're going to talk about Regal Cinemas
Closing.
temporarily.
Okay.
Is what they say.
Yeah.
And you kind of touched on this last week, I think, about how a lot of blockbuster movies have been delayed.
Oh, yeah, they're all. I mean, a lot of these are being delayed. I know Mulan was delayed, and then they just said, well, we're going to release it on Disney Plus. And the big one coming up that's delayed is James Bond's.
Yeah, No Time to Die.
The last Bond movie with Daniel Craig. They were all kind of hoping and waiting that this would come out in November. And they're like, no, we're just going to put it out in 2021. Because, none of these studios want to put out something they've spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on only to bomb.
So they're just going to sit on it.
Yeah, and so they'll just sit on it because it's already done.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984.
I mean, the one that tested the waters was Tenet with Christopher Nolan's movie, which did okay. I mean, when I say okay, it made $300 million globally, but I think in normal times it would have made $1 billion maybe.
Sure.
So, and although that movie's supposed to be really confusing.
So because of that, a lot of theaters are now rethinking what they do. And so a lot of these theaters that specialize in first run movies like Regal, Regal just said we're going to shut down 536 locations across the country until further notice.
I just think they have very little to show that's new. And you can only show re-releases so much at some of these spots to make money.
We had a really angry Facebook poster that was like, well, just do other movies. Do what everybody else is doing. Stay open and just do...
You could, but I think for them, they look at it, all right, if we stay open, and I mean, they're not 1, 2, 3 screen places. They're 15, 16, so you got to have staff for all that. So are you going to show Hocus Pocus again? and actually, I make a joke about that, but Hocus Pocus, I think the movie from 1993, it was like the number 1 or number 2 movie in the country last week because it was re-released.
Wow.
People went and saw it, but it only made when I say only, it made $3 million or something like that. You can't run thousands of cinemas
when everybody's running them in drive-ins and stuff where they feel a little bit safer anyway. So you're kind of competing with that. I actually was just speaking with Enzian because we're talking about, do we want to keep doing drive-ins? And I said only if we can do something a little bit different. But if we get first-run movies, there are some first runs, not huge blockbuster ones, but there's a lot of movies that are coming out that could still do with a theater.
Yeah.
What if we do that for drive-ins? And so we're looking into what that means and what that looks like.
Okay.
So we'll have more info on that soon. But
so the one in Winter Park is closing, though, the Regal.
Yeah, Winter Park Village.
That's the one close to my house. So.
Waterford Lakes, Point Orlando, Oviedo Mall, Kissimmee, and Apopka.
Okay.
I think there's one more, but that's
probably
most of them. Everything. All of them.
Yeah.
Food. Let's get into food.
I love food, Brendan.
Me too.
I eat it every day.
Our friends over at Outpost Kitchen, who moved into Maitland, they have just gotten a new chef de cuisine, and it's the Mick. I always say his name wrong. Chef Nick Sierpatowski.
Oh, that's a fancy name.
Always watching Sierpatowski. He was at Ravenous Pig. Before that, he was at Norman's at the Ritz-Carlton.
Oh.
With Norman Van Aken.
Those are some
Luma.
Nice. Yeah. That's a nice resume.
So they got like a real big chef to come and work with them. So we'll see how that goes.
Is that open in Maitland or opening in Maitland?
Opening in Maitland.
It's right there at Howell Branch in 1792.
What is it? Maitland Center? Maitland Town Center is what they're calling it?
That's a big space.
It's a huge space.
Yeah.
And they're really hedging their bets that this chef brings them in.
Okay.
But
if you live in Maitland, Luke's is there, right? And so is Antonio's.
Cappy's.
Great. Cappy's is there. You're probably not going to take fancy date to Cappy's.
Not the same audience, no.
But there's there's a few places in Maitland, but not a ton if you live locally there.
Yeah,
to go to like a nice restaurant
makes sense, and they serve a lot of people from Altamont.
Totally
go over there, Eatonville.
Yeah.
So they're also accepting other job applications right now at resumes at outpostkbp.com. So if you're looking for a new job in the service center with a new restaurant, go check them out. They should be opening, they say late fall, early winter. So this next couple months, they should be open.
So is any word on what is moving into where Outpost was in College Park? No.
And I hear the landlord's a little tough. So
well, the one next door, they've had a rough time. I think the Lebanese place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
College
their
Park
food's
is tough.
pretty good, but it just I don't know if I never see a ton of people in there.
I don't see. College Parkers don't necessarily support College Park restaurants.
Depending on the restaurant.
Teeks does well. Rustique kills
Ollie's
it.
does well.
Ollie's does well, but do you ever see a lot of the other restaurants super full? No, John, because they're going to those ones. Or Dubstrat, like there's certain ones.
Tap room is full.
Certain ones that they're loyal to that have been there for a long time. That's what College Parkers want to go spend their money at, and they're not. It's tougher to sell those newer restaurants.
I agree. I mean, Armando's is never as busy as the one in Winter Park.
Never.
It's good. It's just I never see as many people there.
Wally's has new operating partners.
Tell me about this.
So, did you read it?
No.
Okay, so Wally's.
You told me about it last week, though, but I don't remember exactly.
It was purchased a couple years ago by Manesh Patel. So with no background in bar stuff. So he purchased it, and it did all right. They did a beautiful renovation inside.
I like it.
Which we used to do our bingo night there. And then during the pandemic, I guess he was approached by Pete Downing of Dakine Poke and Market on Magnolia.
Okay. And
his friends over at the Orion Hospitality Group. They own Nona Social, Fuel Orlando, Swigs, and Stokes. Stokes is what replaced Frosty's Christmas Time Lounge.
Ah, yes.
Downtown. So they know... Like I don't want to say normal, like just average, cool drinking watering holes. That's what they do, right? So they approached him to take over the operations of Wally's, and they're going to do it. And Manesh already has plans to add a kitchen in the back, an outdoor patio for Wally's. But in the interim, they're just going to be in there bringing it back.
So he still owns it.
He still owns it.
They're just running it.
Yeah, like leasing it, I guess.
I like that.
I do too. It's cool. They're going to bring back that 7 a.m. bar service, cold beer, stiff pours, and they're bringing back the jukebox because those are the things that a lot of people, old school Wally's people, were upset about.
There?
No, not when he newly reopened with the renovations. People were really upset by that there was no jukebox.
No jukebox.
People called it Walters, because it was like an upper scale
fancy Wally's.
And I think actually, if he had called it Walters, people wouldn't have been so mad about it.
I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Because they felt like they were he was trying to sell them something, which is silly. Who cares?
I mean, it's still going to be nice in there when you walk in, right? They're not changing the decor.
They're not changing that, and they're going to add it's going to change a little bit when they put on these new additions. So keep your eye on that. We actually have the plans over at Bungalower, but that'll probably change a little bit.
They'll have some food there?
Yeah, and I guess they're saying it's going to be kind of operated as another concept. Kind of like how Burton's and that Mason Jar Provisions are adjoined, but they're like two separate things. That's kind of how this would be. They'll just kind of share a parking lot.
Okay.
And a little bit of
and
the
building.
building.
They're going to add on to it, like a whole other addition?
Yeah.
Because there's no kitchen there now.
No. They're adding that on. Right where they're adding it, they have a pop-up patio right now. Picnic tables, umbrellas.
There ain't a ton of space over there, is there?
No, you'll see it.
Okay.
It's where the drive-through window was.
Okay. On the other
just
side.
Up there. It's like an alleyway almost, but it's big. Bites and Bubbles, just across the street from there, he's looking to move.
I've never eaten there. Have you eaten there?
Yeah.
Okay. It was always, I mean, according to the chef owner, they were so busy they had to move.
Yeah, it feels a little like this place is huge. It's the biggest, most selling restaurant ever.
Because it was the Funky Monkey for a while, right?
It was,
and then it was that sandwich place, which was his daughter's.
His
place,
daughter
right?
Ashley Nickel, who is on cooking
one of those shows,
the
on
angry
food.
British guy.
Yeah. And it was like a sandwich place, and that stayed open for a little while.
She left. It was called Ash.
That's right.
After Ashley. And then he took over the space. He owned the building. So he just put in Bites and Bubbles, which is like burgers and
because they had a Funky Monkey out at Point Orlando, too. Which closed.
Yeah. So this was, I think it was his last restaurant.
All right.
And so he's been saying for the last couple of months on these foodie forums online that he's been turning people away.
Okay.
They're like at capacity. They can't handle everybody coming in. And so he's saying he just wants to sell the building, move somewhere bigger,
All right.
get a liquor license, and call it a day.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, if you're looking for a place, you could purchase the building for $699,000.
All right, you and I could buy that.
Yeah, sure. It'd be mostly you, I think.
I saw. Wait, before you go, I mean, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I saw that Parliament House might finally get sold or not. I was perusing the watermarks.
See, I
Online.
saw that too.
Online. I didn't pick it up or anything.
You didn't pick it up?
No,
That's
God.
gay.
That's the devil's. The devil's
People might
newspaper.
think I'm a homo if I pick that up. You got to leave it right where it is. Look at it online later like
I'm
everybody
reading the
else.
Playboy. I'm not reading the watermark. God.
That's funny. I bet a lot of people don't pick it up because of that. But that's the gay newspaper. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's the gay newspaper that covers Central Florida and Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty big distribution-wise anyway.
I just saw it online that the guy
They're covering that a lot.
They were saying they're not selling, they're not bankrupt, and he's saying they are or they're not. It's like really confusing.
Which is why I haven't written about it. And I didn't put it in our notes. But
Okay.
John, what I saw and continue to see is that the owner, who's Canadian, that's why they call it Parliament House, is very creative with moving money around and finding random investors for millions of dollars. And so apparently there's someone who they are leasing the property from right now that they owe money to, and if they don't pay the money,
It was like November 2nd's the deadline, right?
they were told to choose a date, and they did it in September, and they arbitrarily, according to the Watermark article, said November 3rd.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, we'll have the money by November 3rd.
They're like,
and now
November
he's saying,
3rd.
oh, we're not going to have the
They
money.
better
and
have
we're
like
hoping
a
the court just soaks this up.
dance-a-thon to save the Parliament House.
I'll tell you, before COVID, I wouldn't be surprised if they had $1 million weeks there, just because it was so busy. The people,
Okay.
all of those different properties, the hotel, like it was doing well, and I don't know where that money went. During COVID, it became kind of like the only way that they could make money, because they couldn't be a club, was the hotel rooms, which were basically like by the hour, and then and their little restaurant. And that's how they were making cash. And it's not a great restaurant.
Wasn't there some video where there's just like tons of people partying?
Since they've reopened, they had they're having drag shows in the main club. And someone did a video for TikTok, I think, or Instagram, a show just panning the crowd, and nobody was wearing masks, packed elbow to elbow. The drag queen wasn't wearing a mask. She got down off the stage and went down into the crowd, and they were all just having a good time and having fun, but but clearly no social distancing.
Yeah.
So he's already been in. Don Granitstein is the owner. He's been in the news a lot lately, trying to apologize.
One local news organization didn't name him during a story. Did you see that one?
Because he declined to give his last name. What I read there, because they were like, Don, who declined to give his last name, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, look it up. Who hasn't written about this?
I mean, sadly, I can say you're not a private citizen when you own like the largest gay resort in Central Florida, and you've been in the news a million times.
You've been here for, 70 years? You know? Like, everybody knows who your last name is. And the fact that
they did that. We talked about this. You and I did, and I think
it was funny that
it was a local
cheeky
TV news station.
The owner to just be like, "Oh, I don't want to tell you my last name."
I know,
and that it worked.
I know.
Like what? What do you think?
I think there's a few factors. Probably either
it was like a Crocodile Dundee when he put the whammy on the wildebeest or whatever in the road. Put the whammy on it. He did that with the
It's probably either a new reporter or just somebody who's like, I don't care enough to.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, whatever.
Because there's certain things like the gay community that you just can't talk about.
Oh,
and apparently Parliament House is one of them. Yeah, people get super bad when you talk about.
We're just saying that there's a deadline that they gotta hit.
It is a landmark in the gay community that needs help, and I think needs new owners. Because we like it to stick around, and they need help, but the guy doesn't want to let go of it.
Okay.
Typical like founder syndrome.
Yeah.
He'll just run it into the dirt because he doesn't want to let it go.
We'll see what happens in November.
Yeah. Orlando Meats.
Yeah, moving
to Winter Park.
How can you call it Orlando Meats in Winter Park?
Apparently, it's named after one of the owners' fathers.
Oh, how convenient!
I know. Right? That's what they're telling us.
Yeah,
anyway. I'll believe it. We've worked with them a lot.
I like them a lot.
They're moving to Ravagage over by the New Standard.
It's on that side. I thought it was on the other side of the street.
No, it's that side.
Okay.
It's in that complex.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a sushi place there, and they're taking over the old sushi place. It's large enough for them to add a new full liquor bar. They're going to have outdoor seating, expanded menu. They're going to bring back that recess pizza concept that they did downtown.
That's good. I mean, the parking at their spot now is kind of dumpy. I mean, if you don't get like three of the spots, like you don't get a spot there.
They have to share it with Santiago's
bodega, which is always busy.
Always busy.
They got valet, so they can deal with that.
You know what he told me?
Huh?
They're fine. They have to clean up like condoms. People are having sex. They go and have brunch there at Santiago's.
Yeah, you get a few mimosas in you. You get a little,
like doing
get a little
behind
randy.
the dumpster and stuff. John, that's so gross. But like, I guess they're all kind of sexy. It's like that sexy young like
it is
downtown
a pretty sexy
crowd, right?
restaurant.
And they're
clientele.
all just watching each other eat eggs Benny, and they're like, "Oh, you're hot. Let's do it."
Run to the CVS real quick.
We should block all that out. Let's block all that out. Nobody needs to know any of that. I just talked to the team at Taglish. Yeah. So we haven't covered them or been to them because they're not typically in our coverage area. But the owner, Chef Michael Calantes, is teaming up with Denny Cha. And Denny Cha is this local like sushi guy. He's worked with all of the best sushi people kind of across the country, and he's here in town. So crazy. They're going to be opening up an omakase concept in Winter Park.
Explain what that is for people that don't know, not me.
Sure, it's actually close to where we are right now. It's a 10-seat reservation-only dining area.
We talked about this last week.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But I talked to them, and there's a photo, and they're going to be doing... I was telling people what omakase is. It's like the chef gives you whatever he wants. You saddle up, pay a whole bunch of money, and then he basically decides what all of your courses are.
Yes.
And typically it lasts a long time.
Okay.
Like you leave rolling out of wherever you are.
I can do that.
They're great. And they're really smart, cool, capable guys. And I was kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. I like what they're doing. And they're going to be doing a series of pop-up dinners and to-go things over at the Edible Education Experience in College Park.
Yes, my neighborhood.
That Emerald Lagasse Foundation thing. It's like a community garden / event center.
We could do like a low rent course dinner like that where everything's not that expensive.
We kind of did with...
I'm saying
with
like
a heart dinner.
You think so? No, that was $100 dinner.
Yeah, but you got like 8 courses.
Okay, I'm saying things that like I would make at home when I don't have a lot of food around the house. My mom used to make sandwiches, peanut butter sandwiches, where she'd cut them up and then roll them up, and they were peanut butter roll-ups.
Uh-huh.
We could do that.
We're not doing that. Nobody wants that, John. That's ridiculous. Did you ever do Lick-a-Maid? That's what we called it when we were kids. It was Kool-Aid in a jar with sugar.
Oh.
That's all it was. And we used to just eat it.
Kool-Aid
in a jar with sugar. And I ate so much of it one summer, I remember peeing outside, and a hummingbird flew up to me because it thought it could smell the sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
That's a Brendan O'Connor childhood moment.
Right now,
and now
right?
I got diabetes. Diabetes isn't a laughing matter.
I know,
Please
it's
get
not.
checked if you have diabetes. OMA is looking for art submissions. They're hosting an architecture and placemaking show in November.
Yeah.
And they're looking for art submissions.
Okay.
So if you want to do a piece that deals with like urban design or architecture or landscape architecture, this could be for you. The deadline for entry is October 18th. I'll be writing about it tonight, maybe, if I get my act together.
I know,
but I forgot because I wanted to write about this.
All
so.
right.
You could also just go to omart.org and look it up yourself. You lazy poo.
You should just do that for a whole website. Just like, look at this up yourself.
Look it up. Look it up
Here's
yourself.
a link.
John Oliver.
Uh-huh.
Loves rat porn.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it? Did you see this?
I didn't see this, no. He used to be on The Daily Show. Now he has his own show.
Yeah, it's
on
called
HBO.
Last Week Tonight. And so
funny guy.
So funny. I think he's great. He did a show months ago, I think, about an auction that took place maybe in Michigan on a public access TV channel.
Sounds awesome.
And they were selling off just weird art. And the art that they had in these videos of the auction were like anthropomorphic rat people doing like sexy things with each other.
There's a market for everything.
And they're all giggling through the auction like, oh, they're having a bath together. You know, like many of them. And so John Oliver found it, obviously, and then he shared it, and he was like, I want this art. Where is it? Somebody bought it. I want it now. Sell it to me. And so he has the art now, and he's touring it to 5 different
Orlando
museums.
is the perfect place for this.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I tagged all these people. Not going to happen.
How do we get it?
An art museum has to submit
Oh.
why they are the good spot for it, because there's 5 of them. But you're not just going to get the art. You're also going to get a $10,000 donation, and
It's a
he will donate
no-brainer.
another $10,000 to a local food bank.
It's a no-brainer.
So do it, right?
Yeah.
Not going to happen. I guess Oma already was like, nope, not for us.
too high. Too
Morse
highfalutin
Museum's
over
not
there.
going to do it, you know. So it's up
What
to
about the Manello?
Cornell or Manello.
Okay.
I would love if they did it.
Yeah.
I have some art in the Manello right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a group show,
Nice.
a white canvas art sale.
Okay.
It's like a fundraiser. It's the only reason it's in there.
Ah,
But it's nice. Are we almost out of time?
I think so.
No, we got one. Oh, no, we're almost out. That's it, I guess. We'll go to break. I have a bunch of events I didn't get to tell you about.
Name one.
Can I rhyme
Tell me
through?
one.
South Asian film festivals all weekend. You can get access to 7 different movies for $25, all independent, all produced from the Indian subcontinent. There's a great art show over at the Maitland Art Center featuring their resident artists, which is
tell me it was rat
rat porn.
Yeah, that could be a place that would have it.
I'll have a video up about it. You
Okay.
guys can see what's there. And then Pride in the Streets, they're doing, instead of a parade, they're doing a 15-mile caravan of over 100 different rainbow-decked-out cars going
gonna
through
see
town.
you?
I don't understand what the difference is between a caravan and a parade.
We talked about
so I'm not
this.
going to do it.
Instead of the parade going by, the parade it comes to you.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's the same thing a parade does.
No, it's totally
Yeah,
different.
I think the difference is you're not allowed to have parades right now, so they're just
No.
calling it a caravan.
Yeah, but it goes farther.
Anyway,
All right.
all of this and more on bungalower.com. Thank you again to our new friends at the Wine Barn.
Oh, Vines and Forks.
Vines and Forks.
Yeah, it's so
for
good.
having us and feeding us with all this amazing food.
Pizza was so good tonight.
And thank you to our sponsors, Janney Roofing and Orlando Public Library. Thanks again, guys, for supporting local news.
See you guys next week.